Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Fatin Amiza binti Zulhairi. So today, my group will present about unemployment in Saudi Arabia. Okay, so this is our group members.
I will explain about the background of the country, which is Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is the largest nation on the Arabian Peninsula with its 2.15 million square kilometers of the land. It features coasts along the Red Sea to the west and the Arabian Gulf to the east. The culture, values and moral code of the Saudi Arabia. The people are generally strong and they include hospitality, loyalty, and a sense of obligation to assist their community. Saudi Arabia's free market economy has undergone remarkable changes in a relatively short period of time, and it has evolved from a basic agricultural society into a regional and global economic power with a modern infrastructure. Petroleum is an integral part of the Saudi economy, which is Saudi is the world's largest producer and exporter of oil. In recent decades, the kingdom has increasingly diversified its economy and today produces and export a variety of industrial goods all over the globe. In roughly 2/3 of government revenues are derived from the proceeds of oil export. Its remaining revenues that are raised through traffic licensing fees, the proceeds of government investment and consumption of taxes, which is the foreign companies are required to pay an income tax, and the company that employ more foreign workers than Saudi nationals must pay a fee for each foreign worker. But exemptions are often granted in the above cases. Saudi citizens are required to pay the zakat, an obligatory tax on Muslims that is used to help the less fortunate in society. The Saudi Arabia is implemented a hefty excise tax on tobacco products and sweetened beverages in 2017. A 5% value-added tax was the most goods and services in 2018, in coordination with other Gulf countries. It was increased to 15% in July 2020 to replace some of the revenue lost by plummeting oil prices that same year.
As unemployment occurs when someone actively looks for a job but is unsuccessful in finding it. One key metric for assessing the state of the economy is unemployment. Being able to determine a worker capacity for obtaining profitable employment and adding to the economy productive output makes unemployment an important economic indicator. A higher unemployment rate implies a decrease in overall economic production. There are three primary categories for unemployment, which is frictional, structural and cyclical. First one is cyclical unemployment. The meaning of cyclical unemployment occurs during economic downturn due to reduced demand for productive product and service, resulting in job scarcity. Business may lay off or reduce new hire, but this reverses when demand increases. The second one is structural unemployment. Mean of structural unemployment occurs due to technology changes in the economy, such as an automobile replacing horse-drawn carriage and manufacturing automation, leading to workers being unemployment. The third one is frictional structure. Frictional unemployment is a temporary, economically easy and least challenging type of unemployment where individuals voluntarily shift employment.
So next, I will explain about the issue of unemployment. So the first one is private sector, typically favoring hiring international workers over local employees. So in other words, over the decades, a private sector business culture has evolved based on an average number of private available cheap laborers versus practicals. So for example, countries from Southeast Asia is India, Bangladesh, Thailand, and Indonesia. So the second issue of unemployment is education and skills gap. So one issue for Saudi Arabia's employment attempt was the mismatch between the skilled students actually gained and those needed for economic development. So the abilities needed in the labor market and the special skill learned from college could differ from one and another. So the last issue of unemployment is dependency on oil. After the discovery of oil in 1938, the Saudi economic structure shifted significantly and Saudi Arabia became one of the world's major suppliers of crude oil. The economy becomes dependent to changes in the oil market, which may block the growth of non-industry and possibly reduce career opportunities over a wide variety of industries. This can be seen that there is an obvious difference in productivity between the oil industry and the non-oil economy.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Syamil Shah bin Muhammad Sukri, and I will continue our presentation about the effect of unemployment in Saudi Arabia. So, the first effect of unemployment in Saudi Arabia is in economic impact. Saudi Arabia's unemployment rate has a complex economic impact that affects several factors of the country's financial health. Because so many people are unemployed, there is a discernible decline in consumer purchasing as people struggle with lower disposable income. Saudi Arabia is aggressively seeking to diversify its economy as a part of its Vision 2030 project. By doing so, it's hoped to lessen the negative economic effect of unemployment by generating new employment possibilities in industries other than oil and promoting sustainable economic growth. The second effect in the social impact. In Saudi Arabia, the effect of unemployment reach will beyond financial concern and affect many aspects of society. Long-term unemployment can lead to social instability, especially among young people who may feel frustrated. Financial hardship has a sustainable psychological cost on individual families, frequently leading to elevated level of stress, anxiety, and despair. In addition, the economic solution addressing the social effect of unemployment calls for a comprehensive strategy that considers the resilience and well-being of both people and communities. The last effect of unemployment in Saudi Arabia is impact on foreign workers. Foreign employees are also affected by employment in Saudi Arabia, despite their historical importance to the country's economy in many different fields. Rising employment rates might lead to more competition for available positions, which could have an impact on foreign workers' living and job security. To guarantee that foreign workers are treated fairly and to preserve a fair and exclusive labor market, policymakers and employers must carefully manage these obstacles.
I will explain to you guys about fiscal policy. The application of government taxing and spending authority to control economic activity is known as fiscal policy. Fiscal policy involves finding a balance between taxation, which tends to decrease in economic activity, and spend more tends to promote it more. So actually, fiscal policy have two, which is exponential fiscal policy and contractional fiscal policy. Expansional fiscal policy focus on to increase economic activity, reduce unemployment, and produce economic growth. This policy also include tax cut, transfer payment, rebates, and more. For the contractional fiscal policy, it is where the government collect more money from tax revenue than it spends. It is focusing on reducing economic activities and overcome the inflation's problem. Fiscal policy have two main tools, which is the first one, increase in government expenditure. It is creating more development projects, which will increase aggregate development projects. With raising government expenditure, offering high wages can also help to reduce unemployment. The next one is decrease taxes. Decrease taxes such as reducing in excise tax, service tax, sales tax, and income tax or corporate tax will increase the consumption of goods. So, lowering tax in retention runs the risk of causing a decline in overall tax revenue.
To sum up, there are many facets to the problem of unemployment in Saudi Arabia, necessitating thorough and calculated approaches to enable Saudi citizens to prosper in the changing labour market. Educational reforms, vocational training programs, and encouragement for entrepreneurship are needed. To put it briefly, addressing the issue of unemployment in Saudi Arabia necessitates a planned and coordinated effort across several sectors, acknowledging the interdependence of social, educational, and economic variables in order to create the condition for a more successful and inclusive vision. That's all for our group. Thank you.